Hey there, have you been thinking about making a move to Arizona for your retirement? Well, if so, you might want to stick around because I'm going to answer a few of the most common questions that I get from people who contact me from my channel or from my website. So stick around and we'll get started right now. Hey YouTube family, it's Shawn Jardine again. As you know, I'm a local realtor here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area, and I like to help people move to the state of Arizona. So if that's you and you've been thinking about retiring, today I'm going to answer a few simple questions that are pretty common that I get all the time. So let's dive in right now. Question number one, how do I get plugged in? This is what people say to me when they're thinking of leaving a place maybe they've lived for a long time or they're pretty well settled. Maybe that's you and you've got a good church, you've got a neighborhood group, you've had the same friends since high school. Whatever it is, I think you're going to be amazed at how easy it is to get plugged in here. The big reason, I think, is that everybody here practically is from somewhere else. Lots of people have just moved in. I just moved to a new neighborhood. I've been here for about 8 years, but I moved to a new neighborhood and we have a little Facebook page. I posted a simple question about landscapers and had several people reach out saying, hey, I'm new too, let's get together. So I don't think you even have to try very hard to get plugged in. Again, whether that's church, neighborhood groups, or if you like to play golf or pickleball, even a book club, lots and lots of activities here in 55 plus areas and also just outside of those areas in normal neighborhoods. Lots and lots of new people who are excited and happy to make new friends. So the next question that I get a lot is, what about my health care? I like my doctors where I'm at. I don't know if I can leave my doctors. Yes, you can leave your doctors. We might even have better doctors here. We've got the world-renowned Mayo Clinic right in Phoenix and Scottsdale, 2 locations, and the Phoenix location is doubling in size. Now, depending on your insurance, they have everything from primary care all the way to the very latest cutting edge treatments for oncology. So rest assured, you'll be in good hands at Mayo Clinic. If you'd like to transfer in and they take your insurance, just have your doctor send your records to the main office at Mayo and they can get you referred in to a new physician and still communicate with your old one if that makes you feel comfortable. Now for day-to-day care here, we have fantastic primary care doctors with a multitude of different health networks. We have Honor Health, Abrazo, Banner, lots and lots of places where you can get health care. If you live 30 minutes away, you may not want to drive that far for your primary care, so you'll have that in your neighborhood. But just know that world-class health care is here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area. And trust me, I've used it and it's awesome. Now the next thing, pretty obvious, what's the climate like? Everybody is worried that it's going to be too hot for them in the summer. The first year you're here, it might bite you a little bit, but when you really factor in our 115 degrees is, I don't think, as bad as a humid state's 95 degrees. So if you live someplace in the south or up in the northern climates, where it's super cold in the winter, in your very nice summer, you do have a lot of humidity. We don't have that. So the first year is a little bit of a challenge because you're just not used to it. But it's a very, very short season. Right now, it's end of September and it's only a few days until October 1st, which I swear is the day 2 things happen. All the Canadians come back and the snowbirds and go to Costco, so don't go to Costco on that day. But somebody up there in the sky flips a switch and it becomes very, very nice. Already, end of September, we're cruising down into the low 90s. Pretty soon, in a few weeks, it'll be in the 80s. and it will be perfection. We are outside most of the winter. You don't have to drive in slush and snow. You don't have endless cloudy days. We actually get excited and make soup on a day that we have clouds. Kids here don't know what a snow day is, which I find crazy. But our climate is very, very mild other than those few months of heat. And really, that's not even that bad. People are active and outdoors year round. You just might adjust your times a little bit in the summer. You're not going to go hiking in the middle of the day. If you're going to go take a walk, you do it early morning or late in the evening, and you still get your exercise in. So I think you'll find that the climate is much nicer than maybe you've been told or you have fears about. I've been here 8 years and I actually like the summer now. Now, another thing that people are generally a little bit concerned about is cost of living. Our cost of living here is slightly lower than the national average. Yes, our housing prices have taken a jump. We're not in the early 2000s anymore when the market was down in the dumps. It's a good market now and prices are much higher. But the price of housing is a little bit offset in your monthly payment or your monthly expenses because property taxes are so low. Some of my clients coming from high tax states get a little even giddy when I tell them what the yearly taxes are. Sometimes they'll say, "That's monthly?" I'll say, "No, that's the yearly tax." So you're going to be paying less in your property taxes. Keep that in mind. And yeah, I know you're thinking about going to Texas, you're thinking about going to Florida. Analyze the Texas property taxes before you get too deep into that search. There's a reason that more people are coming to Arizona, and part of that is, sorry guys, it's Texas. So lower cost of living, you can plan on that, and I'm pretty sure it's going to stay that way for quite some time. Groceries, I think, here are a tad bit lower than other places. The big thing I noticed is gasoline. I went home to Colorado a few weeks ago and I was shocked at how high their gas was. I'd forgotten they have a bunch of gas taxes. We don't have that here. So gas here is always less than other places and for sure quite a bit less than California. You're not going to have a high cost of living and probably less. Now, another question that I get, this is a fun one. Recreation and lifestyle. What do you guys do for fun here? Well, my answer is everything. We do everything. You've got world-class golf, you've got pickleball. In 55 plus neighborhoods, that is the hot new thing. But there are also plenty of park and rec programs in Phoenix and Scottsdale that offer pickleball, tennis, all kinds of things. You can also do lots of classes. Again, you don't have to be in a 55 plus neighborhood. The Scottsdale Recreation Program is fantastic. Watercolors, foreign languages, lots of things to do to keep you busy and also meet new people. So you won't be bored at any point. There are a million places to eat out. You could eat out 3 times a day in this town and for a year and never repeat the same place twice. And while you're trying to beat the record there and eat everywhere, new places are opening every week. It just never stops. So lots and lots of good deals in the summer if you're a year-round person. And still some specials in the wintertime, especially if you like a good happy hour. So something for everybody from fitness to social activities to eating and dining. I have more things to do here than I have time for. And really, that's what I like about the Valley. I moved here to be more active now that my kids are grown up. I'm really finding that there is plenty to do and then some. Now, for my sports friends, of course, you know that we have lots of pro sporting events to go to. You've got the Phoenix Cardinals, the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Phoenix Suns. So if you like your pro sports and you still want to go see your team from back home, they're going to be playing here, chances are. So that's lots of fun. You can also do watch parties at local bars and restaurants to go hang with your tribe from back home, and you might even run into somebody you know. So lots of pro sports. Then we've got college sports as well. Arizona State is here. U of A down at Tucson will also have sports, and then Grand Canyon University is now a Division I school, so they've got some good sporting events as well. If you just need to get a fix for some college basketball or college football, we've got it. Now, if you're a museum lover, we've got tons of museums. The Heard Museum in downtown Phoenix is great. We have the Phoenix Arts Museum, which is also good, and then even the really cool Musical Instrument Museum. So those are just some of the big ones. Cave Creek even has a small little museum with lots of local history there. So if you're a museum buff, I have to admit I kind of am, we have lots and lots of places to occupy your time, either as a visitor or maybe you want to be a docent at one of those museums. They are always looking for volunteers. So as you can see, Arizona really ticks all of the boxes. You've got great health care, nice people, great weather, plenty of things to do. What more could you want? Now, if you're thinking of making a move, be sure to reach out to me at the number below on the screen. Call or text me, and let's talk about your upcoming trip to check things out. Lots of people end up taking 2 or 3 trips here before they settle on their final neighborhood and their final home. I do work the whole valley and know, I would say, nearly every neighborhood in this valley. So I can help you get educated on what's available, what it costs, what amenities are there, depending on your interests. I think if you're planning to retire, Arizona is a fantastic option, and I'd love to have you here with me. So again, be sure to reach out to me, and we'll see you next time.